Welcome into the WCS Sports Connection. I'm your host, District Athletic Director Patrick Whitlock, and with me always is Tate Mathews. A better week for Wilco football. Teams going 6-3. We got district golf coming up this week, and the volleyball and girls soccer district standings are starting to come into a little bit of a more clear picture as we head towards the month of October. Tate, you have a good weekend?
Had a great weekend. Hope you did as well. Hard to believe district golf tournament's already here.
I know, it just creeps up on you. They'll be playing in that state tournament here in 2 weeks in Sevierville, I believe.
Yes, great venue.
During fall break.
So. You know, Sports Connection went on the road one year to
Sevierville.
To Sevierville.
We're not gonna rule it out.
We were live on location. I'm stunned that you didn't watch it.
Well,
when you were at Ravenwood as the head basketball coach. So
yeah, that's what dreams are made of, right there.
That's exactly right. But it's a really, I like for stuff to be in the middle of the state, but leave that one alone. I think that's a perfect setup for the state golf.
Great venue, a little bit nicer than Manchester, which is where it used to be held.
Correct.
Yeah, for sure. So a little bit nicer trip.
Just can't get to the Jiffy Burger, but.
Man,
they've got plenty of other options.
Things happen. No stone unturned on this show, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're going to start off with girls soccer. Fairview has improved to 13-1. Beat Sycamore last week 4-0. Beat Creekwood yesterday. They're 5-0 in district. Have the district wrapped up. And then Malia Martinez, I believe we bring her name up every week.
Yes.
2 goals again last week. Going to be a strong contender for a Wilco Award winner, along
100%.
with a lot of other accolades. And then Sarah Morgan recorded her 10th shutout of this year in goal. Congrats to Coach Sizemore and the Lady Jackets over there as they're going to start making their state tournament run here. In District 10 AAA, Centennial having a little bit of a rough season, but I'll tell you who's not having a rough season. Cassie Uzelman had 2 goals and assists over last week. According to Max Preps, she has 11 assists on the season, which leads AAA. The College of Charleston commit still having a banner year. Perhaps they can make a little bit of noise when they get to the district tournament. And then in the big match last week, Ravenwood falls to Summit, and then they tied Indy. So they have Franklin on deck this week. That's going to be a pretty big match because that's essentially for second place. Ravenwood in a must-win situation to get second place.
Yes.
Franklin probably still advance with a tie, just the way it's played out. But Summit's still on top, just beating everybody.
And that, it's really, I know they've been building towards this, but.
Kind of set the table a little bit last year.
Yeah.
Summer Riley bringing back arguably the best player, Wilco Award winner, best player in the county.
And probably the most competitive as well. So, yeah, man, Summit, if they can finish this thing off, finish off number 1, that's huge, man.
Yeah, get that automatic
that Ravenwood Franklin for second, if that's the way it plays out, that will be big.
Yeah, weather pending on that, but it looks like they'll get that game in. Weather's starting to clear up a little bit. They play tonight.
Correct.
Filming on Tuesday.
They'll play on a wet field.
Right.
Just, what determines if they move it over to the football field on the turf?
Probably just
the
general
school,
field conditions. I found in all my years in Wilco, the female coaches in particular like to play on the grass fields. Not necessarily an injury thing, but some of the dimensions are a little bit different at some different venues.
Right.
So I think there's some advantages that some coaches like out there. But we'll see. Obviously, they move it to the turf if it's a dire situation.
Correct.
But we'll see.
Well, the ball definitely plays faster on the turf anyways. I would think wet turf. I wouldn't want to be a goalkeeper.
I wouldn't want to be out there at all because I'd be falling left and right.
Wet turf. Hey, and I'm not sure if you mentioned it or not, but because I just think it's so big, Fairview has locked up first place.
Yeah.
For the regular season, and number 1 seed in the district tournament.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Went to a sectional last year.
Yeah.
Came up short. I really think they're going to do it this year. So,
and I know not in everything, but Sycamore's a really good soccer program, so that was a good win for them too.
Yeah, they have just cruised through their district.
The Lady Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, we love it. We love it.
That's right.
Got to give Fairview some love. They deserve it. All right, moving on to volleyball. Nolensville has 2 district wins last week, beating Nolensville and Ravenwood. They have all but secured first place. No one can really catch them because there's a lot of parity after them. Daisy Oatsfall, Eliza McKnight, and Lauren Duncan all with big weeks. It seems like that is a recurring theme on the show every week. 3 Division I commits. Eliza McKnight was nominated for Tennessean Midseason Player of the Year and was also the Gateway Tire Player of the Week last week. And now Daisy Oatsfall is up for the Tennessean Player of the Week this week. I mean, when we get down to like Wilco nominations and all district, they're going to dominate that first team, I would imagine. But trying to pick the top 2 out of that group, I mean, maybe it's top 3. I don't know. I don't get to make all those decisions. A lot of talent over there off Murray Lane for sure.
Without a doubt, yeah. There's definitely going to be 2 of them in the finals. Finalists, maybe 3, maybe 4.
Yeah. Well,
24 kills and 32 kills between Daisy and McKnight.
yeah, they're slinging it. It's nasty.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I would not want to. I know when that's what you do every day, you get used to it and you're trained to do it. But I would not right now want to go out there and be on the receiving end of one of those kills.
No, I got enough issues with my face. I don't need anything added to it. That would be bad.
I'm out.
Not a good look.
But Brentwood is, and this postseason we've seen crazier things in the postseason. But Brentwood is definitely pulling away from the pack.
For sure. We're going to have that number 1 seed in the district tournament. The big match this week in volleyball is going to be Nolensville and Summit. Still a lot to be determined. 2, 3, 4. Essentially anything can happen. Nolensville kind of struggled a little bit by their standards, by a lot of other team standards. Not really a struggle this year, but still will have a chance to make a move. Especially, you don't want to be that 4 seed because then you're going to get Brentwood in that semifinal matchup.
Right.
You want to be opposite of Brentwood if you can. All right, so we've got girls and boys district golf. Page defeated Brentwood and Centennial last week at Legends and then beat Summit at the Grove. Centennial also had a pretty solid week, beating Franklin by 19 strokes. The medalist was Ryan Fellows, shooting an 83. So we've got Page and Ravenwood as kind of the top 2 teams on the girls' side. The top 3 out of district will advance. Any predictions as to who is going to be third?
Well, Franklin no longer has Sophia DiPaolo. Because if they did, then I would pick Franklin.
Right.
Because any team she's on, you got a shot. So I would say probably Brentwood.
Yeah. Brentwood, just from a historical standpoint, and they played solid this year.
That's right.
Avon Calvert leading the way there. You can't, you legitimately can't count out Centennial. You just need a good day.
That's right.
I know Coach Ladd has been really high on his Nolensville Lady Knights. They could make a little bit of a run. You just got to put it together one day. Wet conditions, I don't know how that's going to play. We'll see how it goes, but you got to feel good about Page and Ravenwood. Now, on the boys' side, we'll start with Fairview, who ended up finishing runner-up in their district. They were a 3-way tie in the district tournament. They went to a playoff. They ended up being runner-up. So the Yellow Jackets firmly in the mix in next week's region tournament to possibly advance the state, which would be a big feat for Coach Jones.
Yes.
And them. And then in the AA, we got Page and we got Brentwood. Jake Eichhoff shot a 4-under at Vanderbilt Legends in their 3-team match, but they did not get to finish that match last week due to weather. That was the big matchup between them and Brentwood.
Yeah.
So it's going to get decided today, maybe tomorrow, depending on how the weather plays out and how much they get in today. Centennial beat the Franklin boys. Medalist was Hudson Odom with 65. And then Indy with the Blackburn brothers still playing very well. Ben shot an even last week against Summit, and then he shot 2-under against Dixon out at Greystone. Not the easiest course to navigate and shoot a 2-under, 9 holes. So
long, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not my. It's a beautiful course.
Beautiful.
Just not my favorite to play because I'm not good at golf. So it's kind of
you know who that course is good for?
Will Hester.
Is it really?
No, I don't know. I was just saying. I didn't know what you're going to say.
Oh, Dr. Qualls.
Oh yeah.
Because he can stripe it
for sure. So all year the narrative in boys golf has been Page, Brentwood. We expect both those teams to advance
because that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those teams should be in the state tournament.
Yeah.
It would be an utter surprise if they weren't. I don't know who finishes third. I don't know who would be our third team. Independence has had their moments this year. Ravenwood's been a little up and down. Franklin's had some moments.
What about Centennial getting the sweet boys and girls over Franklin?
Yeah,
big time.
That's a nice win for them. So it'll be interesting to see who can emerge as the
I'm going with Centennial.
Yeah.
Third on the boys.
We would love that. That'd be a nice step for them moving forward. All right, cross country. Centennial girls finished second. The boys finished third at the Ryan Burnett Invitational. Larkin Johnson won the race. 4 varsity girls medaled in the top 20. 2 varsity boys medaled in the top 20 as well. Patrick Machad and Ruben Espirito. Franklin has 5 underclassmen in their cross-country program ranked in the mile split top 100. No seniors, just 5 underclassmen, so things looking good for the Admirals moving forward. And then the Brentwood boys won the Gatorland Run in Bowling Green. So that is our wrap-up of some non-football sports, but now we're going to get to a 6-3 week for Wilco. So before we get into this, any general just takeaways from week 5?
In football?
Yes.
Yeah. Ravenwood's really good. Really good. And
I think if you asked them, they'd be like, we didn't play that well.
yeah.
With no disrespect to Franklin.
Right.
But it wasn't as clean a game as maybe the score indicated.
Correct. Well, and you get up that big. They scored the first 21 points.
Yeah.
And we're getting ready to score again. And then,
Somewhat of a controversial call on a touchdown.
did you see it?
Yeah, I was there.
Where do you
I just
land
looked
on
up and I saw Teagan Lee sprinting the length of the field.
99 yards.
90-yard, impressive play by him. But there was some thought that Femi had crossed the goal line. I don't know. I didn't really see a replay of that. Nonetheless, heck of a play by them.
You mean the coaches didn't take to Twitter and start posting it and calling out kids and things like that?
No, this is not Sumner County, which I think is what you're referencing. It could be something else.
Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, it's you just wonder what kids are doing. Just you got to be quiet. But anyway, so let's get into the rundown of football.
Hey, so real quick, and,
Yeah.
and the other thing is, I think Paige is really good too.
Yes.
So those are my two really just
The recurring theme on the show.
breaking news thoughts there.
Paige and Ravenwood are good.
Are
So
really good.
Let's get to the games. I think the one that probably surprised us the most, Nolensville 27, Tullahoma 9. Both of us picked against the Knights. I was disappointed in myself, particularly Friday night when I saw that score. I thought they had a chance to win, but they beat them pretty good, 27-9. Yeah. Ryan Newell, 8 of 10, and for a touchdown, Nolensville's now 3-2. Tristan Lithmixey, thank you. That's why you're on the show. Had 11 carries for 123 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Josh Hicks rushed for 63 yards and a TD. The ground game, no Oliver Bender mentions in the write-up this week, but the ground game getting going for the Knights. Big win for Coach Stidham. He's kind of talked a lot in the offseason about, hey, we got a really late jump on things, didn't get hired till April, and now, big win for them.
A huge win, man. And you're right. We both picked Tullahoma, so we both get the kick in the tail, and I'm glad for that. But it's not that we didn't think they could win. But nobody. I don't even think Coach Stidham thought they were going to beat them 27-9.
No.
But yeah, when that two-headed monster between Lithmixey and Hicks is rolling on the running game, and they both got in the end zone with Tristan getting 2. That's when they, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to be throwing the ball 40, 50 times a game.
Yeah.
So that was really good. And then again, I think we talked about it last week going into the game. Tullahoma had a really good has a really good rushing attack. I think his last name's Johnson. I know his first name's Marvancy because I just love it.
That's an awesome name.
He has been tearing everybody up all year. They kept him bottled up, and they won both lines of scrimmage, period. And so that's how Nolensville's going to have to win games going forward. Yes, we got big play capability and Oliver Bender and that it wasn't this Friday night, but it'll be back. But for them to win, and especially with who they've got coming later in the second half of the season, they're going to have to win the lines of scrimmage, which they did.
Getting into region play this week, so
yes,
it's
real. And again, Tullahoma's a physical football team. That's how they like to play. So that's a really good win for them with what's coming. They've seen Blackman. I know Coach Stidham wouldn't say it. I don't think they had a chance in that one.
Right.
And then Tullahoma, who they did.
Open with Lebanon, who is 5-0.
They're undefeated right now. Yeah.
So having a good season.
But Tullahoma and Blackman in particular are 2 physical teams. So
getting that schedule's getting them ready. So next game, Antioch 54, Centennial 40. Unfortunately, the best storyline here is Andre Adams for Antioch, who's a junior, sets a state record with 716 total yards. Yeah. That is unbelievable. We talked about it before the show. They had 3rd and 30, and he was able to convert it on the ground. Centennial, they can put up points, but man, they are struggling to stop people.
I feel like, and I thought it was last week. I just still feel like they're getting ready to pick somebody off because they score so well. But yeah, man, this is a WCS show. The former executive producer would say, "I don't care." He didn't care about anybody but WCS. You know.
I mean, I don't care.
I know you
but
don't.
716.
But it is
pretty
impressive. Yeah, I mean, I hate that it came against us, but he had over 500 passing yards and over 200 rushing yards. I mean, that's
don't see
guys,
that.
and he's just a junior.
Yeah, state record. His recruitment's starting to pick up a little bit.
Big time.
You know,
here's what I love about him.
4-star.
Many of the schools that some would consider poachers came after him. His dad's offense coordinator came after him and his dad this offseason. And they were like, "No, we're from Antioch. We're going to see this thing through."
Including a current sitting WCS AD that was at a private school a year ago. We're not going to get into that story, but I heard it yesterday.
Yep. So, anyways, I think that I think that's just a cool story.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Fairview moves to 4-1, a 42-7 win over Stewart County. Bryson Harrison, 219 yards rushing, 4 TDs. Caden Lee with a receiving TD. Jax McCoy did not have to throw the ball a lot in this game. I saw Jamie Wilson yesterday, the athletic assistant principal over at Fairview, and he said, "Yeah, we just didn't really play that well." I think the thing surprising to me is when you look at these state rankings or 615 preps or whatever, and you look at small schools, you don't see any mention of Fairview anywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Like you see Waverly, who barely got by East Hickman, who Fairview boat raced.
Right.
3 or 4 weeks ago. You just don't. Fairview's not really getting the love that maybe they deserve. Only loss against 5A Centennial so far.
But that's okay because there's been seasons when they did get it and it didn't pan out the way they want. So
the polls are worthless.
Worthless.
Because it's just like you got people across the state. Like you think people in Shelby County know anything about Williamson County?
No.
I mean about anything.
That's the thing that bothers me about Mr. Football and Mr. Basketball as well. Like, you've got these guys coming in here, and I mean, I don't know. I've talked to some of those guys about it. There's another way they got to do it, but they don't. If your Middle Tennessee guys don't fight for them, and it's the same. If the West Tennessee guys don't fight for them, the East Tennessee guys and the Middle guys, they don't know anything about them. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the stats come into play. And man, there's got to be more to it. So, anyways, the polls. You're right. I'm with that. I think I saw one. I don't know. I saw one not too long ago, and it was of the top 25, and it was. It was laughable.
Yeah.
It was almost like they were seeing if anybody would catch.
Clickbait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, let's find a way to get some more views.
But I'm glad you said that. That's what I've been noticing. That's been a reoccurring theme the past few weeks is Jax. It's not that he's not playing well, but Jax isn't having huge stat nights because they're running the ball so well. Bryson's had 2 back-to-back just monster games, and they're running the ball really well, and they're playing well on defense. So I like the way that looks because they're going to have to be able to run the ball in the playoffs to get through where they're going to have to get through.
No doubt. All right, our WCTV game of the week, Ravenwood 42, Franklin 10, and we've got our play of the week, which we will show you right now.
I mean, he threw that about 30 yards, but it was just sideways, and your cornerback, who's about 6 yards off the ball, has a chance to jump that.
That's a great little play right there.
That's right, number 14. He's not even going to get touched. That's straight into the end zone. 14, that's going to be Taylon Vaughn, 5'8", 160, spark plug. He looks like he's got sub 4.5 speed.
Yeah.
He just took that straight up the field, not even touched.
More than anything else, that's just a good play call. They saw something in the middle of the field, knowing that'd be wide open. And quarterback looked to the outside real quick, looked like he might pass it, and came back to the center. So it's a good setup by the quarterback as well.
Well, and I think he was going to him the whole way. He just wanted to look the safeties off away from the play, and he did because he didn't get touched.
All right, so Femi Babalola to Taylon Green on that pass play. Femi had 217 yards passing, Caden Pace 83 on the ground. Franklin, just 6 first downs. I think they only had like 44 yards at the half. They were sacked 5 times. Did have a 99-yard fumble return by
Tegan
Lee. Love that kid.
Tegan Lee just always seems to be around the ball.
Yeah, so it was 35-7, I think, at half. And, we got running clock in the third quarter. But I think Ravenwood was a little sluggish, got an early turnover, like the first minute of the game, scored before the 11-minute mark even hit. And just a very take care of business effort by the Raptors.
Yeah. I feel like you're almost kind of like, hey, guys, you weren't real impressed with Friday night.
You expected it to be – they just didn't look overly sharp. Femi was a little low on some throws. I mean, but that's the problem. When you're that good, the standard is so high.
Yeah.
If you don't play up to an elite level each week, and we'll get more to their game here this week in a minute, but, the expectations are just really high. All right, Lincoln County 35, Summit 13. Carter Korzinski had a 92 kickoff yard return to kind of cut the lead there. And then Summit cut it to 21-13 on the opening drive of the second half, but could not get any closer. Really good Lincoln County football team. Not old school Lincoln County, but still pretty good.
Yeah, well, they're undefeated too.
Yeah.
So at this point, I don't care who they played. I don't care if it's been the county dump, the Hermitage dump,
when you're 5-0, you're 5-0. That's
the Jimmy Gentry dump.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter to me. You're 5-0, you're pretty good, and they've done a really good job. They got a lot of good players, but Summit's just gonna have to find, and it's hard to manufacture it. You're just gonna have to find some offense, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they do it.
Not going to get any easier, I don't think.
But
we'll see. Brentwood, one of the more impressive wins of the week, 24-6 over Shelbyville. I was told Shelbyville had some guys out. Regardless, 24-6. Both you and I thought this might be a tight game. We both picked Brentwood to win. Gavin Strang, 19 of 29 for 171 yards and 3 touchdowns. Isaac Carano had 1 catch for 60 yards and a touchdown. And Jones Merrill, another Merrill, had 4 catches, 36 yards, and a TD. So a nice bounce-back game for the Bruins.
Jones is the last of the Merrills.
Well, they've been there for like 10 years, it feels like.
There's been a bunch of them really good. But,
all tremendous athletes.
Oh, yeah, heck yeah. But, yeah, I'm with you, man. Brentwood's getting better, which is kind of what Brentwood does, right? But I feel like they're getting better. I think that was probably Gavin Strang's best game.
For sure.
As QB1 for the Bruins and, 3 touchdowns, 19 for 29, an efficient night. But, again, 3 touchdowns. Jones Merrill had 1, and you mentioned Carano, and also Zach Maples had 1 as well. So the defense is always going to be sound. It just always is. And the offense is getting better. I think Brentwood's a little scary.
They're a sleeper for sure.
Yeah.
And Gavin Strang getting a little bit late jump on the season.
Right.
Was sick going into camp in late July, early August. So
I don't care how many Shelbyville had out, holding them to 6 points with that running game they've got.
Yeah.
That's a stout defensive performance.
And no mention of Parker Emerson this week. The other guys doing it. So there you go.
All right. He had a strong game, but
not
they didn't need him to score 4 times.
Right. Yeah. Which makes our next wrap up look even that much more impressive. Page beats down Brentwood the week before, beats Henry County 49-14. Cameron Cruz 13 of 18 passing, 146 yards, 3 touchdowns. Isaac Odie 7 carries for 125 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Caden Ackerman again 5 passes, 77 yards, and 2 TDs. This game called a little early due to some significant injuries. Which is a bummer. Prayers to the Henry County and Page players that got hurt. They're going to be okay from what I've been told, but Page just keeps getting it done.
Keeps getting it done. They got so many weapons. Coach, I meant to ask him, Coach Rathbone texted me and said 3 touchdowns for Ackerman.
Oh.
So, that's what the paper put out too, so I need to find out where that's off. But
we're not trying to sell you short, kid.
Yeah, no.
If you had 3, our apologies.
But I'm going with what the head coach said.
Yeah.
He could be wrong. But and I think they were all in the first half.
Yeah.
Look at Cameron Cruz. This is one of those years where I hope he doesn't get hurt. I think Cameron Cruz is, and we don't care about this. We care about getting the gold ball, not the silver ball. But I think Cameron is a legit Mr. Football candidate.
Right.
And I hope he doesn't get penalized because there's been so many running clocks. That 13 for 18 for 146 yards and 3 touchdowns, that's 2 quarters.
Yeah.
Double that up.
Yeah.
So, and Ote's had a big year, and Caden Ackerman, he's really turning out to be one of the top wide receivers in the mid-state. But one, Henry County's a little down. I don't think it would have mattered. It's amazing how quickly a program can just like that, you know. But Page could have scored if they wanted to 80 points.
It could have been, easy.
Yeah.
All right. Last game, Independence 35, Coffee County 6. Matt Horner, 11 of 16 for 179 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 carries for 19 yards. Eli Garlington, 8 carries for 100 yards, and Hendricks Harvey caught 4 passes for 81 yards and a touchdown. So, Air Indy or Indy 2.0 or whatever I get.
I'm going with Indy 2.0.
Indy 2.0. That's probably what Coach Blade wants us to call it. I'll check with him near the end of the week. WCTV game of the week coming up.
Who is it?
It's Indy and Franklin this week.
So you'll have him and Coach Atkinson?
Him and Coach Atkins.
Anyway, Coach Atkins will wear his prime time glasses. I can never remember the brand. He even texted me.
Yeah,
Does it start with an S?
I don't know. I'll try to get him to wear them. We'll see.
Coach Blade maybe.
We're slowly turning into the Admiral Network here at WCTV, as we had them last week. We have them this week, and then we have them the week after. So 3 in a row.
Sweet.
For the Admirals. So the region standings in 6A, Ravenwood 2-0, Brentwood 2-0, Shelbyville 2-1, Indy 1-1, Coffee County 1-1, Summit 0-2, and then Franklin with the 3 games already played 0-3. So a lot of work for the Admirals to do as they kind of move forward.
You hate to say it, but Franklin has now, and you know what fans we are of Coach A on this show, I think Franklin has now entered into must-win every week region territory.
It's going to start Friday night in Indy, which is not going to be easy.
Nope.
Indy building a little bit of momentum as we're halfway through Blade 2.0 in his new regime here. So, all right, in the pick'ems, no movement. Tate is sitting at 28-8. I'm sitting at 26-10. I think we picked all the same teams last week because we're trying to win, even though that's not very exciting. So, you still lead. We'll start with you.
Well, the hate emails and texts you get when you pick against a team is, I think people would be surprised at how aggressive some of them are.
Yeah, it's a little surprising. The people that come at me and be like, how could you do that? Like, well,
you didn't know that was part of the job?
Get your own show, okay? Post it on Twitter. I don't know. All right, first game, you're still leading. You get to start. Brentwood at Henry County.
This ain't James Counts or James Counts Jr.'s Henry County, boys and girls, which I don't know if it'd matter anyways, but Brentwood's getting better. Like we talked about, I like where Gavin Strain is the quarterback. He's getting better, and he's going to continue through the second half. So I am going with the Bruins, and I actually think this one's kind of ugly.
Really?
Oh, by the way, can we tease it real quick?
Yes.
Okay, but you've made up your mind. We're going to do this?
Yeah.
Okay, starting next week, I think this is going to be really fun. The pundit or pundits.
The nameless pundit.
The nameless pundit.
Well, there's actually 2 of them now.
That's right. And they're both really good.
Yes. Old Williamson County guys.
Yes.
That know ball.
Are going to be providing lines.
Yes.
Spreads.
For entertainment purposes only.
Only. And that will be a part of the show starting next week.
Yes.
Really excited about it.
Because we're going to need to find a way to have some parity here.
That's right.
Because
if that were to be this week, what I'm telling you is I think it's Brentwood, and I think it's Brentwood big. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Brentwood too. If that Shelbyville game would have been a little bit closer, I might have paused. Long road trip. Henry County is not the easiest place in the world to get to.
Not the easiest place to go to. Did you ever play basketball out there?
No.
The referees are never middle of the road. You're going to have to beat the referees too. And since we've been talking about horns on this show, oh gosh, they got a freight train whistle or whatever you want to call it that'll make you wish you had brought. You see those kids at the games now or concerts, and they got
trying to protect their ears.
Yes,
it's out of hand. Speaking of horns, Centennial goes to Page. Did not get any backlash from my horn comment last week, and I got another one because they're following me around, the horns are. It's like every Friday night when I go to a game, there's these air horns, and it's driving me nuts. But hey, if you enjoy it and you want to spend the money on it, it's your.
How do they know? I guess you got to change that. They know you're going to probably be in the end zone, right? Were you end zone or were you on the sideline?
I was on the sideline. I was on the opposing sideline in the first half.
You're going to have to change this
I
up.
saw it. I don't know. I'm going to have to go incognito to these guys. I feel like people are like standing at the gate and they're like, there he goes, let's go. And they're just walking in with horns, which is not the case. But Centennial at Page. Look, I picked Centennial 2 weeks in a row. They lost. And it has nothing to do with my picks, but I mean, obviously, I'm going with Page. I mean, Centennial cannot stop anybody.
What kind of a quitter are you?
Quitter trying to win.
You're going to Page?
I'm going with Page. I think it's. I just don't know that Centennial will be able to get enough stops. I think Centennial will score some points.
Yeah.
I think they'll get 21-28 against the Page defense. That's no small feat right there. But I just don't think they've got the ability on defense to slow down the Patriots.
I agree. Well, I don't know that anybody has the ability on defense to slow down the Patriots. So, yeah, I'm with you. I think Page wins. If I'm Coach Rathbone, what I'm kind of looking at this thing, and I'm challenging our defense, Centennial has scored 30-plus points against everybody except 30-plus
Yeah, I
points
mean, they're averaging
everybody.
close to 40 a game.
This is as good of an offense as we've seen so far. I want to see how our defense performs. That's the way I would go about it. But yeah, Page has just got too much.
Yeah, longtime region rivals. Should be no lack of motivation for the Patriots. I think
Correct.
they'll be ready to go. All right, you're up. Fairview at Sycamore.
Man, Fairview's playing really, really well, but so is Sycamore. If this was a game that if this was 1 week later and the pundits were doing these games, I think this would be a pick 'em.
Yeah.
I really do. So that being said, I know where you're going to go on a couple of these. I'll go Sycamore.
All right.
War Eagle.
Could have some parity here.
We need a little. Nobody wants to hear us come on here and pick
the same.
They got a really good running game,
Right.
really good, which I think is going to cause the Yellow Jackets some issues.
I don't think anyone's tuning in for our picks. I think it's our analysis, but we'll see. I'm going with Fairview, just because I know nothing about Sycamore. I'll take your word for it.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah, I've been there. We played some games there.
You remember who used to be a basketball coach there, don't you?
I do not.
Yeah, you do.
I don't. They've had a lot since I was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting ready to talk about him in a second.
Okay. Shelbyville at Summit. Let's see. So this is me. Whew. Unfortunately, I just worry about Summit's ability to score. So I'm going to go with Shelbyville.
Shelbyville for the district athletic director. I'm with you, man. Summit's going to get one here. I just don't think they have enough offense against Shelbyville. Little side note, Judd Dryden, the head coach, he was an assistant coach for a while. He used to be the head track coach at Summit back in the early, back in the something. You remember him?
Yeah,
That's
I do.
him.
Yeah, okay.
So
It's all coming together now.
Yeah, some of this. What was their tagline? Something from nothing or something. So, anyways, I'm with you. I don't think Summit has quite enough firepower. Shelbyville will get that win, which
Summit's back's against the wall here.
then puts Summit's back against the wall.
If they're trying to make the playoffs, this is probably a must-win game. It's a must-win game.
Yep.
You got to take care of it. I don't know. I mean, Summit, I hate to pick against them. They could pull that off, but they haven't shown me enough.
It's at home.
It's at home. We don't know what the availability of some of these Shelbyville guys are. Apparently a few were out last week, but still, we'll see. All right. Franklin at Indy. You're up on this one. WCTV Game of the Week.
WCTV Game of the Week. I feel like Independence has been like this year, but I feel like they're back on and up. Played really real offensively, as you saw in the pass in the play of the day. One of the things Franklin struggles with is pass defense. So I think this is not a good matchup for Franklin. I think the Independence Eagles get the win.
Probably a little sense of urgency out of Franklin this week, but I don't think that's going to be enough. I'm going to go with Indy. All right. We'll actually go James Lawson at Nolansville next. Am I up?
You are,
I am.
but I feel like you're saving
Well, I'm saving
biggest
the marquee
game for last.
I am.
So
I am.
I'll do whichever one you want. I'll defer
Yeah,
to
no,
you.
I'll go here. I mean, I think we're going to pick the same thing. I'm going to go with Nolensville, region opener for them. A little bit of momentum, beating Tullahoma last week.
I agree.
Seems like a no-brainer. So we both got Nolensville there. All right, so you're up. CPA at Ravenwood.
You think I'm taking Nolensville?
Yeah. He said, I agree.
Yes,
That was the trigger right there.
I do. Pete Froden, your former adversary on the hardwood.
Yes.
Who's
Athletic
the AD
director.
of the Lightning.
Yep.
He was a basketball coach at Sycamore before he
Oh, I did know that.
went out west.
Played
And then
against
also Josh Goodwin as well. So
Josh Goodwin and Doug, who's at Central Magnet now. He was at Sycamore. He followed Froden.
Worsley?
Doug Worsley, yeah.
Worsley's at Cascade now.
Oh, that's right. He left Central Magnet last year. Yeah. Hey, you would think the basketball coach on the show would know that, but it's been a while. All right. So you're up.
I'm up.
The CPA at Ravenwood game, probably one of the more marquee games in the mid-state.
No doubt.
Now, CPA's 1-4.
1-4.
Played a ridiculous schedule, though.
Do you want to know who?
Yes.
So they opened up with Oakland, the defending 6A state champ of Tennessee.
Right.
Then they played lost on the road. Pearl-Cohn, they get that win.
Pearl-Cohn's good, though.
It wasn't close.
Right.
I mean, it was close, the game.
Right.
Third week was Tupelo, Mississippi, the defending 7A state champs out of Mississippi. Humongous.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Then it was Archbishop Moeller out of Ohio, the Catholic school up there. You know who their famous alum is, don't you?
I do not.
Yeah, you do. You're a sports fan. Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh.
So they were the defending 7A, not defending, they were the 7A runner-ups last year. Huge. And then last week, Baylor, the D2 3A runner-ups, which I still can't believe they lost
Right.
to. Anyways, so those are their 4 losses. So don't let the record fool you. This is still a marquee matchup. I believe it's the My TV 30 TV of the game, and
Yeah, it is.
it's going to be a packed house. I hope it better be. There better be a lot of red and black and gold there. Because
There will be. It's homecoming at Ravenwood.
Oh, good.
So they're going to be. Everybody's going to be jacked up, ready to go.
Can I go one side note? I noticed there was somebody on here. Who was somebody's homecoming? Was it? Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, Centennial and Antioch. That was homecoming, right? I know
Correct.
it was.
There were
And
5 homecomings last week.
T-Dot came back.
He
And
did.
Tyrell Dodson was recognized, and Jersey was retired.
They retired it. It's in the north end zone, right in front of the Drury Inn. Looks really good.
It's
I mean,
awesome.
They did a
Yeah, I saw it on.
fantastic job.
I saw it on there. But I'm getting tired of people getting mad about. Can you believe they scheduled us for homecoming? It's different now. The way with the region schedules and everything are.
Well, and the
you
coach-
don't have a whole lot of choices.
And the coach usually doesn't pick it.
Correct.
It's usually
right.
like somebody in the building
Yeah.
that has no concept of who they're playing or anything like
Correct.
that. So,
And so I assure you, Ingle Martin is not going. Can you believe they scheduled us for homecoming? But
Yeah.
like that, I'm kind of over that. Right? Everybody getting bent out of shape about that.
yeah, you got to.
It's not a sign of disrespect.
No, you just got to play it at home.
CPA's homecoming was last week, and it was Baylor.
Yeah.
All right, and they got
That was-
bludgeoned. So,
yeah.
anyways, okay, back to the game. I'm first. Why do I have to go first?
Because I just went.
Okay, so I think this is going to be a great game.
It's not going to change my pick. I
I
already
know.
made my pick.
Don't let the records fool you. I think this is a pick 'em. I think it's going to be a really, really high octane game. I think they both have 2 good defenses, but I think they both have really good offenses. So I know where you're going,
Okay.
and I think the record's going to fool you. And I do think the passing game of CPA is a little bit better than what they've seen. I'm going to go with the Lions.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I know how good CPA is. But I'm going to go with the Raptors. That defense has been pretty stout.
Yeah.
The one thing I worry about, it is homecoming. And sometimes homecoming is a deterrent because there is so much stuff that goes on. You got stuff going on all week. You got a parade on game day. The kids are constantly outside.
The coach is going to hate that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, Coach Hester and Coach Rector kind of had, hold their guys on that. They put certain stipulations in because, I mean, you are sitting on a float for 2 hours in the sun, and they kind of got them out of the limelight, but then you end the day with a pep rally and that kind of stuff. And I'm sure it's different every school, but it's just a lot of hoopla that can be nothing but a distraction. But I'm still going to go with the Raptors, so we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. So
There could be a swing this week.
there could be, and then we're going to bring in lines next week. So it's a long way to go here.
Then it gets real
Then
interesting.
it gets fun. So we got 2 more weeks of football, then we got fall break, and then we got the stretch run there.
Can you believe we're talking about fall break?
I know we're almost nine weeks into
And then
the school year.
And then when we get back from there, won't be long.
Hoops. Yep, it goes back.
Basketballs will be dribbling.
Life goes fast when you're having fun, kids. All right, that's going to wrap up our show this week. We'll have updates in girls soccer as their tournament and it starts to come into play, along with volleyball, and as well as have some district golf recap next week, along with football as always. For Patrick Whitlock, Tate Mathews, thanks for tuning in.